Okay, so if you're moving to the greater Baton Rouge area and private schools is part of the plan, I'm sure you've Googled the schools, you've pulled up rankings, you've maybe walked away not knowing which one is the right place for your kid. This video is exactly what that's for. So hopefully this helps you kind of walk through the process of choosing. My name is Brandon Browning. I'm a real estate agent with Real Brokerage. And as of 2026, I want to give you the private school breakdown I wish every relocating family had before they started making the calls, right? This is just a practical guide for parents who are, trying to make a serious decision from out of town. And of course, if you're looking for a realtor to work with here in the greater Baton Rouge area, we'd love to join your team and help make this as easy and painless as possible. So please don't hesitate to reach out. All right, moving on to better things, right? So we're going to start, I'm looking at niches, ratings here. Now, there may be better options out there. So if you do know some better options, don't hesitate to comment down below and I'll look at those next time. According to them, 2026 best private high schools in the greater Baton Rouge area, they have Episcopal is number 1 with an A+ grade. Dunham is number 2 with an A grade. Catholic High is number 3 with an A grade. St. Joseph's Academy is number 4 with an A grade. Parkview Baptist is number 6 with an A-. And St. Michael, the Archangel, is number 8 with a B grade. Now, you'll notice I skipped number 5 and number 7. Cover those right quick. So number 5 is Zachary Christian Academy, a small school in Zachary with about 100 students. Number 7 is Ascension Christian Schools in Gonzales. Both, from what I understand, are solid schools, but I'm covering the 6 today that comes up most in conversation with relocating families. So these are the schools that parents are comparing, touring, and asking about most often. So use those rankings as, a starting point, right? Not the final decision, of course, not telling you anything you don't already know. Because niche doesn't know your child. It doesn't know whether your son needs structure. It doesn't know whether your daughter will thrive in an all-girls environment or not, right? It doesn't know your faith, your budget, your commute, your child's personality, and of course, what worked and didn't work in the last school. So here's basically the framework that I would use. And of course, you probably know better than me, but I would look at academic intensity, faith environment, social fit, admissions reality, and of course the total cost. I think that framework will probably serve you better than any ranking that we covered today. So before I break down each school, I built 2 complimentary resources for watching this video, right? The first is a downloadable Baton Rouge private school relocation guide. The second one is a custom Baton Rouge private school assistant built around the same local framework that I'm walking through in this video. It's basically a GPT, right? But both of those are linked in the description below. Try to use them. Let me know what you think. I'd love to hear your feedback on those. But if you're watching this on somewhere else other than YouTube, it's going to be in the comments. So let's get started. We're going to start with the number 1 school, which is Episcopal, right? Which is located in the Woodland Ridge area. Bailing off into the rankings niche, again, like we said earlier, has it ranked number 1 in the greater Baton Rouge area with an A+ grade, has about 946 students. 9-to-1 student-teacher ratio, and serves grades pre-K3 all the way through 12th grade. Now, for the tuition on this one, showing $22,685, but that's not the full number. Always keep that in mind. On some of these, they have these other fees, such as technology fees, lunch fees, textbook fees, facilities, and other specific costs. So before you visit, don't just ask what the tuition is, right? Ask admissions for the total annual cost after all fees. That's the number that your budget really wants to know, right? So now as far as athletics, they offer 20 LHSAA sports. If your child wants options across multiple sports, that variety of course matters. Now the questions that I would ask, now again, full disclosure, you probably know better questions than I do, would be like, what does the homework load look like by grade? And of course, how do students from out of state usually adjust socially? Of course, every school can tell you how they serve high achievers. Ask how they support the student who struggles if that's your child. That answer may tell you a lot about the culture. So moving on to the next school, which is Dunham. Dunham is located around Perkins Road, Perkins and Bluebonnet, as you can see here on the map. Niche has it ranked as number 2 with an A grade. It has about 897 students and a 7-to-1 student-teacher ratio. It serves grades pre-K2 through 12th grade. As from what I'm seeing, the tuition is about $24,230 for high school. Now, this is a Christian college prep school. And of course, that matters to a lot of people. This isn't just a school with chapel added to the schedule, right? So families who choose Dunham are looking for a place where faith and academics are connected throughout the entire culture. As far as the student to teacher ratio, we're looking at a 7-to-1 ratio, but of course, don't stop at that number. Ask what the actual classrooms look like, what the culture's like, and all those things, right? So the question that I would probably ask, again, you know better than me, how faith would be a part of the daily routine. What does the academic pressure look like? How does a transfer student enter the community mid-year? And how does the school support students who need more one-on-one attention? Now, moving on to Catholic High School. This one is located in the Mid-City area. So Catholic High ranks number 3 with an A grade and has about 1,145 students, 11-to-1 student-to-teacher ratio. This is an all-boys school serving grades 8 through 12. Tuition, as I saw it, is $13,800 with a $550 registration fee for new students, a $500 fee for returning students. And I'm not sure, but this tuition may change every year. I didn't see anything for next year, so you might want to pay attention to that. This one is the most recognized name in Baton Rouge, as far as Catholic education. So families look at it because of tradition, academics, athletics, discipline, Catholic formation, and of course the alumni network. The athletic history here is long, it's well documented across multiple sports. There's no question that athletics are a part of the identity here, but reputation is not the same as fit, of course. So if you have a son here, here's what I'd ask. What type of boy thrives here and which one sometimes struggles? How does the school support boys who are not athletes? What is expected spiritually? And how does a new student from outside Louisiana find his place? So if your son is serious, competitive, and responds well to structure, this school may belong high on your list, but of course you still need to test the fit. So moving on to St. Joseph's Academy. It's near Broussard Street, LSU, Garden District area right here on the map. So Niche ranks it number 4 with a A grade, about 1,128 students, 11-to-1 student-to-teacher ratio. This is an all-girls Catholic school serving grades 9 through 12. From what I could see, the tuition is about $13,984 with a $575 registration fee every year. The mission is educating. Their mission is educating young women as responsible members of the world community with opportunities for faith development, academic excellence, and personal growth, of course. And that matters because the all-girls environment isn't just a bullet point, right? It's a real educational model. Some girls thrive in it, some prefer co-ed, and that's worth an honest conversation with your daughter before y'all decide. The questions that I may ask here is, what type of girl thrives here? How does the school help new students from out of state build community quickly? What academic sports is available? And how does the all-girls model shape the classroom culture day to day? The point isn't just whether the school is excellent. The point is whether it's excellent for your daughter. Moving on over to Parkview Baptist School. This one is in Southeast Baton Rouge off of Parkview Church Road near Segan Lane. Niche has it ranked number 6 with an A- grade. It has about 1,321 students with a 12-to-1 student ratio. It serves pre-K 3 through 12th grade. From what I could see, the high school tuition was $18,030 with additional required fees listed separately. This is a Christian school, so families often consider it when they want a larger Christian school community, stronger athletics, lots of activities, and one campus that can serve multiple children across grade levels. One school, one community, one calendar, one carpool, and that matters for a lot of relocating families. But of course, size can cut both ways, right? The question that I may ask is, how do you make sure a student doesn't get lost here? How's the faith part of the daily life? What opportunities exist outside athletics? And how do new families get connected quickly? Moving on over to St. Michael, the Archangel High School, which is near the Shenandoah, the unincorporated part of East Baton Rouge Parish, so it's east of the city. Now, Niche ranks it number 8 with a B grade. It has about 600 students, a 13-to-1 student-to-teacher ratio. It serves grades 9 through 12. From what I could see, the tuition's around $11,460, $550 registration fee, $700 tech fee, and a $200 activity fee. According to their athletics page, their varsity teams have won 33 state championships, 26 state runner-up titles, and over 125 district championships. That's a pretty strong record for a smaller school, if you ask me. So this school matters for a specific type of family. If you want a co-ed Catholic high school, you're looking at Southeast Baton Rouge, Shenandoah, Prairieville, or parts of Ascension Parish. This one probably belongs in the conversation. So the questions that I may ask here: what type of student thrives here? How strong is the community feel from day to day? What tuition assistance is available maybe? And how does the co-ed Catholic environment shape student experience? So how would I simplify the decision, right? If you want an independent, academic, strong pre-K through 12 environment, Episcopal likely belongs on your list. If you want a Christian college prep environment with a smaller ratio, full pre-K 2 through 12 community, Dunham likely belongs on your list. If you want a larger Christian pre-K through 12 school with athletics, activities, in one campus for multiple children, Parkview belongs on that list. And if you have a son and want an all-boys Catholic school with tradition, discipline, athletics, and a strong alumni network, Catholic High belongs on your list. And if you have a daughter and want an all-girls Catholic school with strong academics, leadership culture, and Catholic identity, SJA belongs on your list. If you want a co-ed Catholic high school, especially around the Shenandoah, Southeast Baton Rouge, or Prairieville, Ascension Parish area, St. Michael belongs on your list. And that's not the final recommendation. That's the short list logic, right? The final decision comes from the admissions conversations, the campus visit, your child's needs, your budget, whether the school actually has availability is a big one. So this is a lot to think about, and hopefully I covered all that in a nutshell, and hopefully it brought some value to you. So while this connects to the home search, of course, as I mentioned, I'm a realtor, so yes, this eventually connects to where you live, but not in a fluffy way, of course, in a logistics way. So Episcopal and Parkview are in the Southeast Baton Rouge area. Dunham is near the Perkins Corridor in South Baton Rouge area. Catholic High and SJA are closer to the Mid-City in the Garden District, and St. Michael is in Shenandoah. These locations matter because private school is where your morning starts. So if you're dropping off two kids at two campuses and then driving to work, that map matters, of course. So start with the school short list and build the home search around that, not the other way around. At least that would be my advice. You don't have to take it if you don't want. So, and don't forget the free Baton Rouge private school relocation guide and the custom school assistant are both linked in the description. Try them out. Let me know what you think. I'd appreciate some feedback on those. So use them before you start any touring. Use them before you start narrowing down your home search. And use them before you make a decision based on one ranking or maybe one Facebook comment or one school tour. Now, if you want to talk through this specific decision, where you're coming from, your child's grade level, which schools you're considering, and where you'll be working, reach out directly. I'd be glad to talk to you.